faith. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cop, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On a mean, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On a mean, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cop, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cop, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On a mean, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On a mean, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cop, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cop, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Contest of Speed. It is round 10 here in Portugal, also known as Portimao. It should be a very interesting race here for Tier 4 of the European side of Contest of Speed. My name is Brooksy. I'm one of your two commentators for this evening. Join with me in the comms booth is Tom Carter.
Hello. Oh, another Monday, another EU4 race. I'm
yeah.
excited for this one. It's round 10 EU4 at the minute. The title says round 9 AM1. You might want to change that. But yeah, standings at the minute before we start the race, they're official and up to date. So as it stands, Grelis leads the charge, 61 points ahead of everyone. Destructo in second with 107 points, sharing top spot. Not sharing it like sharing the title fight. But behind them is X427 in the Ferrari. He's got 84 points, and Sid, but 2 points behind him with 82. He's doing well. Pipe Tech, the other Ferrari, on 82 points, joint with Sid. So they're going to be ones to look out for today. Who's going to come out on top? Charlie finally making his way back up the grid. Regrettably a little bit late, but he's on 62 points. Tierlade in the Williams with 52. Nico, Havoc, Connor, and Sirocco in the top 10. Brother Adam is the first driver outside the top 10, followed by Sebi in the Alfa Romeo, D Summers, Sygate, and Dougie round up the top 15. And then you're back Marcus, Pioneer Penguin, DMS Racing, Ashton Army, and Rising Claw, followed by Nathan D, who is last.
And on to the constructors standing, as you can see, Haas leading the charge with Grelis, who takes 5 wins out of the 9 races, 2 P2s, which has been absolutely dominant for the Haas team. Ferrari still very close behind with 2 very good drivers of 427 and Pipe Tech leading a very good charge, just trying to stay right in the fight of the constructors. You have McLaren then with quite a big gap at 62 points, being chased very, very closely by the Alfa Romeos. It's only a single point separating the two. Alpine trying to also get in on the fight with a 5-point gap between them and the Alfa Romeo. Williams then with a bit of a gap, as you can see it jumps up. But then on to the Alpha Tauri in 7th, Mercedes in 8th, Aston Martin in 9th, and the Red Bull still failing to score a lot of points at 18 in 10th. As we will get into the action, we have Charlie on the screen, who's going to start his first flying lap.
First person who's going to set a lap time is Havoc Connor at the minute, then it's Charlie. But they've come up to some traffic because of people who have like come out of the pits a bit later. Death Storm, it's changed now, the title. But yeah, Sygate's had not Sygate, sorry. Havoc Connor's had a tidy lap first time round.
We'll go on board on Mercedes, who will set the benchmark time.
It's quite a fast lap around here, and it's also very easy to invalidate. So that's 2 tracks in a row where time penalties and lap invalidations might come in to play here. At Portimao is quite a tough one. It's also tough for people who don't use traction control. As someone who doesn't use traction control, I can vouch for that. But I think because this is the EU4, we might see a little bit of a safer time when it comes to the elevation changes. Havoc Connor and Charlie then set their laps. Havoc Connor first blood.
Havoc Connor with a very tidy lap indeed with 17.6. Charlie does an 18.0. Cuts the track there, I'm suspecting, to get out of the way for the oncoming Williams. So we'll try and get on with the Williams. Was it Tia Lady? It wasn't, but Tia Lady's going to come around to set a lap.
It's a good time in that. Followed by, I think it's X427. Yeah. Oh, good lap.
Very good
6
lap.
tenths clear.
Taking the pole position.
X427, so.
It's an 18.
18, that isn't great around here, I don't think. People are going to be wanting to set faster times.
Brother Adam in the 19s, just coming across the line. Alfa Romeo, Sebi with a 17.5 up into P2. So it's quite a spread of paces. Quite a spread of paces.
Sygate next to come round and set a lap time.
Across the line, it's a 17.7.
Then it is going to be, who's going to be, I think it's Sid. Sid had apparently 3 hours of practice as he goes purple in the second sector. There's a yellow flag in the second sector, but that's just a slow car, probably heating up the tyres. Here comes Sid.
Coming around the fateful flat last corner. You really try to get the power down. You don't want to put too much steering angle into it and lose too much speed. Comes across 17.1. Oh, very good lap, Sid. Getting yourself right up there in the mix for a qualifying position.
It's a good banker lap time. It's going to be Brother Adams, I think, next across the line, but he's pitting. I know it's not even him, but it's D Summers, maybe. I'm not sure. I think Ferrari's going to come and set a lap now.
Grelis slowing down. I thought he was on a lap, but it could be 2 out laps for the Haas driver, currently leading the championship. He's off the track. Oh. Don't do that.
What happened?
He completely cut the track. I mean, I know there's oncoming cars, but don't do that. That's all I can say, buddy.
Oncoming cars was Destructo on an outlap anyway, so. Elite says Sid the GOAT. I'm not sure how much I agree with that, but you know, each their own.
Well, Sid is up, so currently it is Sid the GOAT.
He's up, is he? He's invalidated though. It's probably just flat.
Oh, I just mean up on his
massive corner.
qualifying position in general. I am staying on with Grealish because I hope Grealish is going to start a lap. I'm suspecting he will, because a lot of drivers have set a lap. There are some coming on out laps, some still in the pits. Destructor is still behind him, so hopefully Grealish will be the one to set an actual lap here.
Got no fuel.
He's
got
no
only
fuel.
1 lap of fuel, so he needs to box. He probably just invalidated on a low fuel run.
So
Destructo though.
It will be Destructor.
Needs to do well here. He needs to outscore Grealish in the next few rounds by quite a lot. He needs some misfortune to come his rival's way. But what can he do about it himself with what's in his hands? Don't invalidate. Nice. He's taken centre stage now. He's the only driver on a lap. As Elite puts a washed opinion in chat with Elite saying that Sid is better than me, but that's factually incorrect because I don't think Sid's ever finished ahead of me in a race at all.
Destructor, purple sector 1.
Yeah, Destructo, purple sector 1. We know he's one of the fastest drivers here in EU4. Sid, you're 14. I don't want to scrap you now, shush. As we watch your competitor beat you, hopefully. See what he can do in the second sector now. This is an easy place to invalidate, getting out wide onto the curbs. Keeps it nice and tidy.
It's purple sector. It's
purple in the second sector as well.
Purple though, that was a personal best. He didn't stay on for long enough. That I'm sure of, but it is still a personal best. He's coming round very quick indeed. Not too much steering angle, keeping it on the track nice and tidy. Not too much curb. Keeping the speed. Oh, it's a 17-1.
Oh, good lap.
Wow.
Just over 6/10 clear of Sid. So that's about as good a lap as you need for a banker.
600ths. Sorry, not 6 cents.
Sorry, yeah. I think Dougie's invalidated his lap. Ashton next to come and cross. Already into the 1 minute 5s. Probably like a 121 here, which isn't great.
Buggy's invalid.
But you know what?
Tsunami coming across the line. It's a 19-3. Not
Tell
bad.
you what, fair play. That's as close as we've seen Ashton to the grid so far this season, and I know he uploads his highlights to his YouTube channel, which is great. So, Ashton, well done. Get this in there.
DMS on his lap.
Screen time today.
I've one McLaren on the front row. Can we get another McLaren on the second row?
Would be nice. DMS Racing, potentially a backup to Destructo in his championship fight. It would be nice to have him up there, see what he can do into the second sector split.
Pipe Tech goes in front of his teammate with a 17-9.
Brooksy?
Yes, mate.
You just cut out at the end of your sentence. I was making sure you didn't lag out.
No, I was just saying. Pipe Tech goes in front of his teammate. It's P9.
Yeah, but when you tried to read out the lap time, I heard 7, and that was it.
The 17.9. Apologies, that was a bit strange.
Probably just me, but yeah. See what DMS Racer can do now on his run to the line. I need 12th, so 118.9 puts him towards the back of the grid. But I tell you what, these two Ferraris, they are very, very consistent and consistently right by each other on pace. I think that might be the strongest overall lineup because, you know, they were always both in the points. They were always really clean with the racing.
Currently on board with our championship leader. Oh, what's that? Mercedes off, hitting something. I saw debris. Oh, and Grealish invalidated. No, just at the end of the second sector.
Oh, this is...
Oh, where was that? Craig Jones?
Yeah, Destructo needs to capitalise on these invalidations now. because Grelis is going to have no delta to compare his laps to, and
Oh.
no feedback from his laps. So unless he comes out with a monster lap in pole, I think we might see someone else sit at the top today.
Oh no, the championship leader's having a shocking qualifying session. It's 2 invalidations. I wonder if they're both in turn 11. That was on the exit of turn 11. He just got a bit too wide, ending second sector.
Disaster class today for the Haas drivers. It's not very good. And excuse the pun that I intentionally pronounced into the word.
I think we've got 427 that's going to cross the line first.
See if we can improve.
It will be. Come on, Dan.
Oh, how about Connor's gone?
Oh, using
I'll
all
keep an eye
the
on it.
track. Maximum use of the track. Cross the line. It is an improvement by 4 tenths. 4.5 tenths. Puts him up into P8. It's a good lap indeed. Aston Martin crossing the line of Dougie. Is it Dougie?
I'm not sure. I'm getting
It would have been. There's only one Aston on the track. Real Aston Army's out.
That's a pit lane retirement, so maybe he wants to save the race.
Oh, excuse me for the coughing. He must. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Must want to save his tyres for the race. It's an interesting one. He could be expecting safety cars because it does go through tyres a lot. This is a high deg track.
Yeah, when you're someone like Ashton, who maybe would be someone who I think would appreciate one lower tier than this, but obviously still has the courage to get involved, which you'd love to see. Your races are dependent on what goes on around you, so you need safety cars, other people to retire, and to keep it clean. No penalties, because things like that. Like that's your tools. That's your tool set. Whereas the drivers who are on the pace, their tool set is to do with the way they drive the car. So I think that makes for an interesting, diverse sort of racecraft, especially in the lower tiers of leagues, which are all just as important as the higher ones.
Absolutely correct, mate. Absolutely correct. We're going to be on board with Charlie right now as he comes out and then down through the last part of the track, finishing sector 3 to cross the line and start his what could be. Oh no, he's going to the pits. Oh no, no, lap. Okay then. I stand corrected. There's a Red Bull.
Red Panda in chat. Hello.
Red Panda in the chat. How are we tonight?
Can we get some congrats on our friend who's further in his life in ways that I'll let him share in the chat. I won't spoil.
I'm going to replay that because I want to see what he was doing there. Did he drop it or was he?
That Red Bull's just gone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you just saw that.
Yeah, it's getting a replay.
Oh.
I watched that back. That looked a bit suspicious from my camera angle, but I think he just dropped it and he was trying to correct it. Unfortunate for Rising Claw. Red Bull's still not doing so well, but Cygate is up into P6, which means it could be a slight comeback for the Red Bulls. It's what they need the most. Yeah. They only have 18 points.
Yeah, one of the weaker driver lineups of this season. Obviously trying to make some inroads on the teams ahead. Still time to do that. Dougie's retired. That's a pit lane retirement. I'm not sure. Are we expecting rain, maybe? I'm not sure why there would be. D Summers has gone purple in the first sector. I'm not sure how valid that is, but it was a tidy one.
We're on board with D Summers if he's going to set a stonking lap. Let's get it in. See if he can keep it for the remainder of the lap. Very tidy for Portimao. 12, 13. Very easy to lose the back end through that part of the track. You want to try and maintain speed, but at the same time you can't because it's just a slow corner. Same again, not as too much steering angle. You want to maintain maximum speed coming around the last corner. Rear wing wide open, crossing the line. It's an improvement to
lap.
5th. That is a very good lap, 17.3. Williams driver is up. That is what we want to see. A mix in the order. However, Grelis is on pole. How did we not see this?
Grelis is... whoa. Okay, yeah, that's about what we thought would happen. Grelis goes and snatches provisional pole, as you'd expect.
I'm so sorry, Grelis, we didn't give you your due justice, my friend. But
Got to give the screen time out evenly.
yeah, that was a fantastic lap. 16.8, getting yourself right up there on pole. That's going to be a tough one to beat. Tia Lade is coming out, Destructor out, Sid out, everyone trying to retaliate to that lap. Tia Lade started the lap.
Yeah, just got some invite business going on there, hold on.
Invite business. Invite business. Oh, Tia Lade's
Co-commentator
invalid!
business.
No!
Oh, no way.
One of the
Has the time-
possible contenders has invalidated. Do they have the time to get back and make
Yeah,
it?
has plenty of time. I'm sure he does. Doesn't need to burn.
Sebi, 3/10 up. But flashing, so not on a lap. Who's crossing the line? A Red Bull crossing the line. That's Saget. Destructor
yeah.
has started the lap as well. He's in front, and Charlie on the lap in front of Destructor.
Tia Lade is going again for context. I'm pretty sure he is. 54 seconds to go.
Oh, it's a purple sector 1 for Charlie.
Oh, the comeback's on.
Can you get on with Destructor?
7. Oh well. He's not improving. He's actually just under a tenth down on his first sector time. There's an Alfa Romeo off, but we don't really need to see that right now.
Oh no, this could be an AlphaTauri masterclass. Could Charlie get himself on pole? Coming round the end of Portimao. Finishing second sector, it is purple.
Destructor's he's not improving. He's a tenth and a half down.
Round, trying to get it on the limit, trying to get on the throttle as early as possible, get the power down so you can maximise your exit speed, keeping the steering angle as less as possible to lessen the aerodynamic load. It's flashing lights across the line. It's going to be pole to 16.6. Wow.
So submits himself to the pit lane, doesn't even take the line. Charlie makes a statement on his intentions to come back to the championship fight with just a few rounds left of the season. It's very, very up in the air at the minute. This Alpha's still off track, probably just keeping out of the way. But
Sid up into P2, knocks Grelis down another position.
Go on, Sid. Grelis getting shown what maybe if he had not invalidated, he would have had the deltas to compare himself to, and wouldn't have had to cede 2 positions.
Here comes the Williams and Tia Lade. Can Tia Lade do anything about it? No. It's an improvement, but stays in 4th.
What a qualifying. X427 still setting lap maybe. No, 6/10 down, I think.
DMS half a second down. 427 down. Wow, what a qualifying. All down on the wire. Charlie did it when it was needed. I think Charlie's still on the track driving. He's not got checkered flags.
Is he?
He is. Call it a victory lap for that pole position, my friend. You deserve it.
He's retired. Good man. Don't think he'll get done for an on-track retirement there. But there we go. What a qualifying from the EU4 boys.
Fantastic.
Well done, Charlie. Very close between Sid and Grelis. Sid just edging past him with 4 thousandths in it, which is very, very close.
That's very impressive indeed. The front, what, 5, 6, half a second between them in qualifying. And then it goes another half second to P10, to P11. This should be a very close, very well-knit race. Just keep that in mind, that the top 11 are within 1 second of each other in qualifying.
Quite a difference in pace. I think maybe setups might have a role to play in that. People who are running higher downforce will obviously do a bit better in qualifying, but we'll need DRS in the race to be competitive, especially on the straights. So, yeah.
So now as the drivers line up on the grid and start to work out the strategies and set the fuel, is there going to be a safety car, is there not? What tyre should I use? What tyre and when is the question. Big one is the fuel strategy.
Get your predictions in the chat then for who you think is going to come out on top today in EU4. Who's your money on, Brooksy?
I'm going to call it Grelis, Sid, Charlie.
I want to go for a bit of an outlandish one. I'm going to say that Grelis DMFs.
Ooh.
I'm going to say Charlie. No, I'm going to say Sid wins, Charlie second, and someone really unexpected in P3, but I think the race might be starting now, so I'll hand it over to you to take the lights on.
Could it be a Pipe Tech P3? Ferrari on the podium? Maybe even Dan himself?
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that.
And the lights are on. It's 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And we are go! It's a good getaway from Charlie. He is away, but for some reason it's glitched. Waiting for players. There we go. We're caught up. We didn't have any sound, but Charlie is away very nicely indeed. Destructor's up. Sid is down. Sid's falling all the way down. What has happened? Is this a desync issue? Or is that an issue on the track?
Havoc Connor, I know, has just joined. Sid, Brother Adam has just joined back as well, as D Summers makes a very nice and tidy move. Oh! Sidegate nearly takes out Williams with a dive down the inside into the second sector. But it's relatively clean for now.
Oh, we see a Mercedes going side by side with a Red Bull. Rising on Brother Adam.
Havoc Connor is he's back in the session. He needs to take control of his car. Probably waiting for the straight to do so, which is quite a nice thing to do. Rilash now up into 14th place on the start. Now 12th, side by side with Pipe Tech. No way. Rilash now around the outside of Pipe up about 2 cars. That was an insane move for Ashton Army. Well done. Get that in your highlights reel. Making moves from the back.
Oh, he gets ahead. Rising Claw. Real Ashton Army right up there in the fight.
I think this might be
Pipe Tech's down the order. He's in the pits. Rising Claw in the pits.
Probably damage.
What has happened on the start? We've been EA'd. We got EA'd off the start. We had no information. We had no sound. I got absolutely EA'd. Thank you for that.
So I think we should look at tyres now. I think the suggested strategies are everyone to start on soft, but I'm not sure how that will fare. Charlie has started on the softs, Gredis on the hard, so there's a tyre deficit there, which would explain the 1.5 second gap that's about to open up into the second lap. Destructo is on the mediums, followed by Sebi and Sid, who are also on the mediums. D Summers on the hard, Saigat on the mediums, Tierlade on the hards. Shinami up into P10 now on the softs. Making more moves, just woken up halfway through the season somehow. Into the points probably for the first time this season.
Oh, Saigat making a mover in the outside against the Williams and D Summers. Gets it done.
It's a good move that I saw that just the end of it around the outside into the oncoming right-hander to the straight. That takes you past the pits. Very nice overtaken now, but DRS will be enabled in 3, 2, 1. There we go, DRS enabled now. So drivers that are within a second of the car behind will be allowed to use the real map. And I know my mic crackles, I have no idea why. Is it crackling for you?
Yeah, this is why, remember the first time we did comms? I said, there's something wrong with your mic, it keeps crackling, you unplugged it and all sorts, and I said, oh, I guess that's just how your mic is. It's been like that ever since.
Yeah, I think it might be the controller I use, but I do think I'll replace it soon. I could try something different, but I can't promise I'll be able to hear you, so.
Today it is worse than usual, but it is a regular occurrence, the mic crackling. But as we see Destructor having a little peek on Grelis there. Destructor staying very, very close to Grelis indeed. I think Destructor's feeling very confident here, especially using those medium tyres. Grelis, as we can see, is on the harder tyres. Definitely having the tyre advantage. Destructor needs to get past while he still has the tyre advantage before Grelis gets them nice and up into temperature and can use them to his advantage. I said advantage about 3 times then.
Is it any better now?
That does sound better, yeah.
Okay, I'll chuck some headphones on charge because I have got some other headphones, and I'll join on my phone, and I'll see if that sounds any better.
Okay.
And if that works.
Destructor going for it on Grelis, using the DRS. The side-by-side with the helicopter cam, it's beautiful indeed. Doesn't do him justice of the real speed that these drivers are actually going at as he sends it through into turn 1. Gets it done with quite a big 3/10 of gap. But Grelis is very close and later on the brakes, seeing what he can do. You have moves from Sygate, Williams side by side. That's a swap between Tealade and D Summers. It's yellow flags into the first sector, but they are cleared very easily. Could have just been a slower car on the track. Tealade. Ooh, back ahead of D Summers. Another switcheroo of the Williams. Quite a mixed pace of drivers. However, Charlie 2.5 seconds clear. Destructor setting a bit of a gap to Grelis, but needs to get it bigger and break that DRS. Then just needs to chase on after Charlie. So happening. What could happen? Could see a move with Grelis as they get to the fateful straight with DRS. Grelis is still within the second, Sid within a second, Sebit within 1 second. They're all going to get the DRS, but I don't think they'll be close enough to get any serious moves going. Just close the gap together. Tealade making a move on Sygate. Down into turn 1, gets it done.
Sebi, your first victim of track limits as a return from getting those headphones sorted as D Summers makes an audacious move into the hairpin into the first sector. Doesn't get it done as Ashton Army's had a moment which is unfortunate into the exit of the first corner on the run to turn 2.
I don't know why it's replayed.
Which is unfortunate.
I apologise for that's replayed for no apparent reason whatsoever. I just seen it pop. Just saw it pop up on the top left. I was like, what? Like in the corner of my eye, my left eye, on my second monitor. I was like, what?
But yeah, Charlie leading from the front on the softs. Was it the right call to go onto the softs, do you think? And to try and get a big enough gap where you can maintain it after the pit stops? Or do you think that Destructo and Grelis will have the pace to keep up?
I'm expecting the softs to start dropping off very soon.
I ran mediums here for like over half the race onto like 70% wear one time, and it wasn't too bad. So I wonder how that all fared today, and maybe the softs are a bit worse.
I wouldn't even attempt that. I know the deck is fairly high right here. We have DMS Racing getting past the Mercedes of Havoc Connor, apologies. Oh no, DMS Racing had a bit of a bad line and Havoc Connor came speeding through. It was nicely done indeed.
Havoc Connor making his charge back up the field, obviously disconnected in qualifying, joined probably lap 2, took control of his car again. Yeah, back into the points now, which is good for the Mercedes driver. But in probably about lap 10, 11, 12, I'll swap the headphones and you can tell me if it's any better or worse, okay?
That I can do.
Cos Shane in chat says, who the hell is Caxel? I absolutely love him for that. Well done, mate.
Yep. Hello, Shane.
All that from you.
Been a while since I've seen you. New mod and EU1 core commentator. An EU3 winner. Oh, he's got to throw that in there, doesn't he?
Oh, dear. I had that title for EU2 for about 6 days, and then it was stripped of me. But we moved. But yeah. How long have you been gone for, Shane? Because you probably don't recognise my voice either.
To be fair, I wasn't the commentator when Shane was here, so he probably doesn't recognise my voice either. But if I told him my old name, he'd probably remember.
See if you can guess who you are. It might come up in chat anyway on the bot, but yeah.
Maybe a comeback on F124. Cos Shane could be back. You all want to see it.
Come on, fella, you know you want to. Join the EU2 scrap. It's great. DMS Racing, second victim of track limits, down in 10th place. But the scrap at the front here is quite something. There's quite a lot of cars in very close proximity. We've got Sebi, Sid, Grelis, Destructo from 5th down to, up to 2nd in that order. There's Charlie. They are gaining on Charlie just a bit, so them softs are quite clearly dropping off.
I think
Not...
Charlie's noticed that because he's started to pull it back ahead again. He's sort of like, okay, Lewis, it's hammer time. He's put the power back down.
Battery. Well, he's got more battery than the cars behind us. Grelis makes a DRS overtake on Destructo, and Sid
having a look.
Bounces off the curb, forces Destructo into a mistake, takes the wide line, probably a pin-up, a warning as well. So that's good racecraft from Sid there, getting his rival to take a different line, even though he didn't even commit to the move. He just took the inside line from behind. See what he can do here into the hairpin. He does do the same again, doesn't fully commit, but he's left the room. But this time it's less successful.
It's getting interesting at this, especially this stage of the race.
Brother Adams had a moment, and he's got wing damage, trying to reset, trying to come back onto the track. He's lost his front right end plate, so that's gifted a few positions to the cars that were behind him. Piney Penguin makes up his way into the points. Oh,
bit of a lock up.
The wide there.
Bit of a lock up. Not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, Greatest on the hards might just be able to pull out of DRS here, depending on where the line is. He has got 1 second, and he has pulled out of DRS. But Destructo obviously noticed that. No, just doesn't get it. So he's going to be vulnerable to Sid now. Coming down to turn 1. I don't think he did get it. No, he didn't. See what Sid can do. Does put his DRS, but
oh, the speed difference of Sid! Oh, to the inside.
Safety car.
Oh yeah, the VSC's come out, and that could have saved Destructo though.
He has not gone into the wall on purpose there, has he? I hope not, because that's quite an unusual place to crash. I didn't catch that, but hope if he did do that, so I hope someone does report it. He's just left. He got damage, and yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there, but that's not an accusation. Just I hope that didn't happen.
Hoping we get a bit of a camera angle there going on board with the Red Bull, but we didn't see anything of Brother Adam. But that's an Alpine out of the race.
Yep, Sid left on his own to fight then. Virtual safety car. Will we see pit stop action?
I'm not.
Yes, X427's boxed.
No. The question is, what did he box to?
Mediums. Rising claw, 5 seconds in the pit lane. No. See if we get any drive-throughs under VSC here. Whoa! Yeah, there's a couple. X427 and Cygate.
No, Dan, how did you get a 5-second penalty?
Oh, Destructo's leapfrogged his way back into DRS as well of Grelis, so he's going to have that to defend from Sid, but Sid's going to have the slipstream as it's closer to Destructo than Destructo is to Grelis.
This Sid is very, very close. Should get the overspeed with the double DRS. He is going to the inside line, trying to get a move run down into turn 1. Sends it. Oh, gets it. Can Destructo fight it back? No, Sid has confirmed that that position is hid. He's on the podium slot.
I wonder if he got a warning for running a little bit wide there. It looked at least on the line, but they still managed to maintain the gap to the Grelis ahead. So, let's see what Sid can do now with the fight for the podium on his hands. He's going to have to pit earlier, though.
Oh, he needs to close that gap up better so he can use the DRS within the next lap. He needs to stay on the push. Destructo's lurking like a lion, ready to go. Destructo, after having a bad few races, well, I say more than a bad few races, he's back on the curve. He's setting a good battle, a good example here of showing who he is. Is he still second in the drivers? I believe he is.
Who?
Destructo.
Yeah, he is.
Still second in the drivers, but there is quite a gap between him and Grelis.
But, yeah, they're going to need the hand of luck to play its cards in in disadvantage to Grealish if it's going to get that gap back. Because if Grealish just scores consistent points for the rest of the season, I don't know if that gap will reduce enough. But Sid goes a bit deep into the hairpin. Leaves him potentially vulnerable to Destructor, who runs wide. Is that going to be a penalty? No.
Oh, he's keeping close though to Grealish. Destructor also staying very close, waiting for the right moment to pounce. If I was Destructor, I'd be in a prime position to let the front two battle it out and wait for the opportunity to get them both in one move.
Yeah. I think maybe the race is in Sid's hands at the minute, because those mediums look quite fast, and they're going to be faster than the softs very soon. But those hards, being on harder, maybe is limiting Sid's pace. So if he can get past Grealish, I don't see any reason why he can't catch up to Charlie and take the lead of this race. But
Charlie still out on the soft, doing very well indeed.
Soon find out. It's
Sid's
very
a lot
close.
closer this time.
Yeah, Sid's right on the rear of Grealish. He won't even need to use any ERS here. See what happens. There's a car about to be lapped over there. It's Rising Claw on the hards.
Oh, wheel banging!
Whoa! All of a sudden, a bit close for comfort there. Now Sid needs to jump the gun here. He needs to go. He needs to go fast.
Through. No, Grealish needs to defend Destructor, but that's a penalty. Is it for Destructor?
Yeah.
Oh,
Grealish is struggling. What's happening? Is Destructor's past him as well? This is great for Sid. Grealish fights back around the outside, but he's no match for the grip that Destructor has on his scrub medium tyres.
Destructor needs to now break that 1 second, but Grealish, do you think his tyres could be absolutely dying off for him? Maybe the pressures are off. He's cooked them too much.
Yeah, it's very hard to maintain the pressures here. And the temperatures. He's maybe running traction control off, so it has maybe a little bit more wear if the other people are wearing. Running it on.
Havoc Connor up into P11, got a move done on side gate. We didn't see it on the action, but we saw it on the timing board.
As it stands, Destructo and Grealish are going to start tripping up over each other here if they're not careful, and Sid's going to break the DRS.
Oh, it's broke!
Over a second. Yeah, but they're going to have DRS this time around, but maybe next time. Does he not have it?
He doesn't have it, he broke it! That's what I'm saying, he broke it!
Wow. Okay, that was quite quick. He broke that just in time then, because coming up to the line, it was just coming up to a second.
Wow.
So they're going to have it coming out of into the second sector now, but Destructo...
I don't think he's got it again. I honestly don't think he's got it again. He's not.
Jeez.
Sid doing very well to manage the DRS against Destructor. Managed to just get on the power quicker and break it just over a second as Destructor hits the line. Really, really high-class racing scene here from Sid.
Yeah, this is really, really close, this. I mean, Destructo is just keeping his nose within the second, but when it comes up to the activation lines, I think Sid may be burning a little bit more ERS. I wouldn't say if they're listening. Just don't want to give away any advantages to drivers at the minute. But the ERS situation is not what I thought it would be.
Sebi,
but Destructo is going to have the DRS now.
Slowly catching up to the back of this little pack.
Charlie's still pulling out a gap as well, so I think it was the right call going onto the softs and running for a bit longer to have the ability to pull the gap at the start.
Is Charlie about to lap somebody? He has.
Yeah. It's Rising Claw who stopped under BSC.
Under 14 laps.
Be interesting to see if it goes to the end, but this tyres would allow for that. Sebi's pit. Sebi's the first to blink.
Oh, so they're going to have the DRS that time.
So everyone bar Grealish should be pitting now in response to what Sebi's just done. Otherwise, they're going to get undercut massively here because the tyre wear's so aggressive. D Summers takes the more penalties, I think. Did he already have one?
D Summers, I'm pretty sure he did already have a 3 second. If not, then unfortunately you've got a 3 second penalty.
Yeah, you don't want penalties around here because safety cars are quite easy to get. because of the traction zones being so tricky. People can lose it and hit a wall very, very easily.
I'm really impressed at how fast Charlie still is on those soft tyres.
Yeah, he's doing wonders there. Tyre. Maybe he was using DRS from the Red Bull, maybe? See, the Red Bull wasn't too
Oh,
far
Charlie
ahead.
in the pits.
Yeah, he had to, but the tyres were about to die, I think. Hit the cliff, and Sebi's just pit as well, so I'm not sure why Sid and Destructor haven't boxed. Unless they're trying to extend for softs, but I wonder how that'll fare with Grelis being on the hards. A safety car right now would do them wonders.
Ooh,
But
Sebi coming out last. DMS with the DRS managed to take it back though. It's interesting.
nice move, Sebi. The MS Racing running much too wide there.
Bit of battling going on here at the back of the point.
Yeah, it's always nice to see a nice scrap forming up. Gap to the leader from Charlie at the moment is
Pipe Tech and Ashton Army into the pits. Here we go, it's pit stop time, which means it's where the real race action starts to happen. People start to fight for the positions, the strategies are now complete, and it's all go to the end of the race.
Yeah, at the moment there's a nice little window for Sid and Destructo to pit if they need to. They should do it now because there is a nice little gap that'll come out probably in between.
Sid's in.
Charlie, yeah, that's to be expected. Destructo's blundered maybe there, staying out because Sid's going to come out in the gap between Charlie and DMS Racing. I'm not sure about Sebi. Sebi was close before he pit, so he might have been able to undercut here. We'll soon see. He's coming around the final corner now. He's going to want a good exit onto the straight so he can gain as much time all the way down it. Should be burning his ERS if he's not.
Oh, Grelis off the track, really struggling on that harder compound tyre right now. Maybe the setup just isn't suited for the hards. Maybe when the grip is at its prime, it's suited, but as the grip starts to drop, the car can't take it.
Oh, Sebi's round. Caught that just on board, and he's reset to track, which I am unsure is within the rules of this league.
If that was a reset to track, that is an absolute violation of the rules. And you should be thrown in jail.
I'm not sure if I should be snitching on that because I'm not in this race, so it's up to the other drivers to.
That's not a. If it was captured on stream, it's more than likely been spotted by an admin. And
I've got a clip of it anyway.
BK is in the Twitch chat.
Hello, BK. Well done. Making the
BK.
Was BK, wasn't it?
Yep, the intro looked amazing. By the way.
Outrageously talented individual in the chat, guys. Can we get some appreciation?
Grelis.
Some claps.
Grelis. Going for Undestructor. Could it be? I think it is. Going down into the hairpin of turn 5. It is. The Haas is ahead.
This is very, 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 very bad from both of them. They're going to be tripping up over each other, which means Charlie's going to take the lead by even more now. And also means that Sid and Sebi aren't getting caught up and tripping up in the action, losing time in that overall race distance. So, yeah, this is poor from the championship contenders here. They're going to lose points here if they're not careful.
As we're moving on, that's the back marker getting lapped by Destructor and Grelis. That is a Rising Claw. It's another Red Bull catastrophe. Even Saigate is no longer in the points. The Red Bulls are not cooking.
Destructo's tyres are dying here. They're you got a bit slidey
I
coming
think
out.
Destructor. No, Grelis is in the pits.
So Destructo then extending, definitely going for the softs, I think.
Interesting strategy to go for the softs.
Also got a penalty in that as well, which I didn't see.
I think because Charlie's gone 14 laps, Destructor's going to think he can go 14 laps and he's going to go for it.
Yeah. Not the worst idea, but Charlie now is going to have so much more time than he had. Sid also has jumped Grelis in the pits. So yeah, good racecraft from Sid. He's gained a fair chunk of time there.
See you later, Panny Penguin in the pits.
Yeah, Sid jumping Grelis by 2.5 seconds. Obviously,
Interesting
Grelis is going to have the
strategy.
pace advantage.
Interesting strategies between the drivers of the field. It's been quite a large gap in the pit window. People opting for medium softs, people doing medium hards, hard mediums. Driver Charlie starting on the softs and went brave to a soft medium. The strategies have been all over today. Predictions. How are we feeling? Charlie could be on for the victory. Did I say Charlie?
Probably could be on for a grand slam here if he's stays on the ball for the rest of this race and isn't affected by penalty safety cars or other drivers.
I said
It might be a
Grelis,
grand slam.
Sid, Charlie. But Charlie could actually be on for a grand slam. But
Sid's on the back of these Summers here.
Hasn't led every lap. I don't think so.
He has. Oh no, he pitted, didn't he? Oh. Excuse me. That wasn't that was me yawning. And also then making a noise with my mouth. Do you ever get that?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, also I'm gonna switch to other headphones now, and I'll be back in the call now. Would you invite me just in case it keeps me up?
Yes, I will. I'll try and get you in as best I can and make it rapido, so that we don't lose any action on the screen. The D Summers is in the pits. That's definitely a soft stop. So I'm going to get the camera on to make sure. It's not, it's a medium. I'm wrong again. Can you see tyres? Of course you can see the tyres. Anybody can see what they ask for. You just have to say please. Nah, I'm just joshing. Yeah, of course you can see tyres. As we've got the mediums on the front two. Destructor, 18 laps. I'm quite impressed as we see him into the pits. Definitely swapping them to the softs. It is a softs. It is a softs. I was waiting to see if I was right. I was wrong the last two times, but I was right this time. And he's serving the penalty. Was he serving the penalty? No. Desync. Love it. Just what you want to see on a Monday evening. We've already been EA'd once. Don't EA us again. The race start was ruined. As we see Sid. I think that's Sid and Grelis having a bit of a tussle. Grelis has the DRS. Is closing in like a hawk on the medium tyres. Sid on the harder tyres. So Grelis will have the tyre advantage. So what we want to see. I love these comms. Well, we love you, viewers. You keep us going. Your kind words of inspiration motivate us as we see Grelis going around the outside of Sid. Can he make it stick? This is Grelis who we're talking about. Of course he can. Gets it done. Can Sid come back with a switchback? He's going for it. Trying to get alongside. Just can he get the traction? Side by side. Going through to 13. It's not to be. Grelis takes the position from Sid. Oh, Sid on the podium. You're still on the podium. Just keep it going. 13 laps on softs is a big ask, but we have seen Charlie do 14 laps on the softs. But there was a VSC. Charlie, your current race leader, was the one who did a 14 lap stint on the softs. Very impressive. Grelis going for it again on Sid. Oh, he gets it done. Some spicy action here as they go wheel to wheel. Oh no, don't crash each other out. Oh, there's contact with Sid and Grelis. Grelis backside of it, gives Sid the position. He knows there's a time and a place. Grelis is a patient person. Very clever indeed. Sid, you're hanging on for one more lap. Dan into the points. We have a Dan supporter of Nova. Come on, Dan. What can we see happen here as they come around the last corner? Grelis will have the DRS advantage. Some very spicy stuff going on around here. As you can see, the bot shouting it out. If you want to join a league that has tiers for you, then join the Discord and be a part of this racing action. Sid is took a very wide line, so Grelis doesn't get the DS. Grelis sends it round turn 1 and gets it. Wow, get yourself a replay. Beautiful action. Beautiful stuff. He's the Verstappen of EU4. He's done it once, he'll do it again. Sid just needs to stay on the attack now. Stay right with him. As we await for Tom Carter to come back in. But he's not. Just bear with me while I try and send him an invite in case that's the issue. Sent him an invite, but he's still not in the comms booth. I'm on my own in here. He's back. Did you need an invite?
Yeah, I needed an invite. You hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound a bit different. Turn yourself up a little bit better, if you could. Is this the best we're going to get?
If it was better before, I can swap back.
It was well better before, my friend. Let me turn your volume up. What about that? Do you speak?
Hello?
Yeah, you're a bit louder. How does that sound, chat? Can you understand him? We've got some spicy action between Sid and Grelis going on for a P2 position.
Right, should I swap back?
Yes, you should swap back. I can barely understand you.
Okay. I have to invest in a new controller. This one's a bit...
I think we'll have to deal with for now, my friend.
Yeah, for next race I should have one. I'll just bite the bullet and pay for it.
Destructor is lurking behind Sid and Grelis. The Softs strategy may have really worked out here.
We're back.
We're back.
Right, let's have a go then. So Sid obviously just managed to is keeping the pace well with on those 2 lap older hards. Then Grelis is obviously going to get DRS no matter what here. I think the Red Bull's going to fall back anyway.
I'm going to be honest with you. Whatever you've done, you sound perfect now.
That's strange. I think it has something to do with the aux input on so not the aux on my headphones, but the bit that's inside the controller is Destructo takes the position from Sid, but he's going to lose it anyway on penalties unless he can pull the gap.
As we go past the lapped Rising Claw once again. This is interesting stuff we've got going on here. We've had a couple of audio issues, but we should be back on the track right now. As Destructor and the front 3 drivers are what seem to be giving us the best action. Charlie has pulled a Verstappen and has jumped off into the distance by 6.5 seconds.
He's obviously put the most practice in for this race. That's going to roll Sid up because he put in apparently 3 hours yesterday, so...
Oh no! Oh!
I saw that.
Oh my god, my heart skipped a beat for the McLaren driver, Destructor. You've been putting in a good performance. You need the points. You need to finish in front of Grelis. Keep on the push.
Tell you who's close together. Tierlaid and Sebi here. They're both on equal penalties, so this is 4 position. This is for P5.
This is for position. Trying to gain as many points as possible. As you know, the Alfa Romeos are chasing for a Constructors title here. Well, not a title, but it's Constructors position. But the Williams has had a very good run, but with a flashing light, he's not got a lot of battery. He's swinging it out to the inside of the Alfa Romeo of Sebi. Going down, he got the speed into turn 1. Oh, the Alfa Romeo's very close behind the Williams, though. Trying to get a big send and block the Williams from getting through. But it is Tierlaid that comes out on top. Sebi will have the DRS to fight back if he's close enough, but I don't think he is. with the flashing light of the Williams, or could Sebi use that to his advantage? We'll find out.
But I'm not sure what's happened here, but Sid, 3 seconds behind Destructo now, has lost out big time. So that means he's out of contention for a podium here because of his strategy.
Oh no!
Sid has used a penalty anyway.
We just went on board with Sid as he picked that up.
Oh well. So that means Destructo now is safe from Sid anyway. By 3 seconds now instead of just half a second. But Destructo, that's surely a corner cut.
Could have been another warning. You never know how many he's got in the line.
Taking the team at Marduk line there.
It's a bit of a tactical, maybe. Tactical one.
Yeah.
I've done it myself to gain a tenth or two. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not going to specify which races, but I've done it myself.
My lawyers advised me not to continue with this statement.
Yeah, no comment. Any further questions?
Yeah, Destructo is nursing his tyres to the end, I think. Not far to go now, only about 7 or 8 laps.
Yes, 7 laps to go, and I don't think Grealish needs to worry too much. Just needs to keep it within the white lines, as Destructo does have the penalty floating over his head. So,
yeah,
Grealish could lose the position theoretically.
They are catching.
Charlie, would you say catching Charlie? Yes, they are. It was 6.5 seconds. It's now 5 seconds and dropping. So, maybe the pressure of Destructo being behind Grealish is giving Grealish a bit of oomph. A bit of, get your foot down, son.
Yeah. Probably just nursing the tyres so he can use up a bit of life now. Here, not using them so much on exits and stuff. He's pulled out a couple of tenths there. But he's not going to have the DRS like Destructo. I think if these two want to catch up to Charlie, they're going to want the Destructo leading because of his tyre advantage, and then Grealish can follow behind.
Sebi picks up a penalty from multiple warnings. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Is Grealish vulnerable?
Oh no, the McLaren's
quite yet.
staying behind.
Definitely got the pace though.
Despite
They're
the
losing
penalty, I like the fact the drivers are still racing for it.
Yeah, I mean, Howard Connor's another victim now of track limits.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers with a penalty out of the 17 on the track.
Yep, Rising Claw taking his beating like a man down there in P16. Good man.
A helicopter cam, such a beautiful camera.
Could we see Real Ashton Army get lapped here by his teammate? He's going through turn 1 now, and Charlie's just crossed the line.
Looking at that to that. 5 laps to go. It could happen. Depends how fast Real Ashton Army can really push
to the
that
inside
car.
of turn 1, doesn't commit.
Playing it safe, I guess. Playing it safe. It's what he needs to do. You want to bring it home. You need the points. It's vital at this stage in the championship. You need to pray that you can score points and pray that Grealish can have a moment and score none. This is what it comes down to at this point in your championship, my friend.
It's all or nothing here. It's no damage limitation anymore. You do if I'm Destructo, I'm not sitting behind. I'm getting all over Grealish. I'm finishing ahead of him in this race no matter what. I'm one sending a message, 2 forcing him into maybe getting damage or making a mistake or something like that. So I don't know if that's Destructo's going to hear that, but if I'm him, I'm getting a move on.
That's it. It's all about putting the pressure on your rival driver, even though
it's not over yet because you've got a
gap.
penalty.
Even with the points gap in the championship, it's not over yet. You need to do anything you can to win this championship.
Yeah. Never ever, the tools you have are more than just your car and your feet and your hands. You have the mental tools as well.
Exactly.
Here he goes. He's burning the ERS now.
Oh, he's fueled the engine. Get it going. Put the pressure on. To the inside of turn 1.
He's going to commit. He's got to commit.
He's got to commit side by side through turn 1.
This is what I'm talking about. Takes the inside. What's Grealish going to do?
This
he takes the
is what
switch
we
back.
want.
Going to take the DRS. Grelis goes wide. This is what I'm talking about. That's probably a warning there. So Grelis now, in an effort to get ahead of Destructo, maybe he's going to just stay behind now. But if he knows what's good for him, he's going to want to race back because that means Destructo's finished ahead of you on track.
Grelis,
What does that mean for future races?
Gotta finish ahead of him, you know, you're the championship leader. That's
He's made a mistake.
Ooh, they both had a bit of a slidey one. The McLaren and DMS dropping it and getting laps could have caused a distraction. Drivers are on the limit of their ability and any distraction can cause them to lose focus. But
what can Destructo do to force side-by-side action with Grelis here at a track that is not somewhere you want to be going side-by-side much? You want to be doing your overtakes in the DRS range. So what can Destructo do here? He's going to allow Grelis the DRS. Is he going to back off? I have no idea. I don't see why he wouldn't.
I think Grelis isn't going to go for it here. I think he's going to sit behind and wait for his opportunity. We know that he's patient. We know that we've seen him pick his time and a place. Oh, there's a bit of a curb for Destructor. Oh, he's opened the door and Grelis is getting through. Oh, Destructor's trying not to let it happen, but the Haas is through.
Is it a blessing in disguise? Now Destructo's still got the tyre advantage here. So will he be able to force his rival into another error? He's going to have another chance to make an error. So let's see what happens.
Love it.
Let's see what... oh, it's just very exciting stuff, isn't it? It's still
very
all to play
exciting
for.
stuff. The final 3 laps and it's all to play for P2, even though Destructor has the penalty and finished third no matter what. They're still giving us the spicy action, what we asked for. This is what it's all about. They're going wheel to wheel, sending it against each other, mono a mono, rivals for the championship. This is what we're here to see.
So it's still all to play for. Like I said, Grelis has 4, well, coming around now, just ticking over to 3 laps to keep it on track without getting another warning, or another however many warnings. I'll check the race director now. He's got 1. He's got 1 warning, so he needs 2 warnings in 3 laps now. Can Destructo force it?
Needs to get himself alongside that Haas and put the pressure on. He's drained the battery, the flashing light of the McLaren.
I think the best camera at the moment will be on board with Destructo, because you can see where the Haas is placing his car inside or outside the track limits. He's kept it in so far. Got 3 laps of it.
Keeping it in the track limits, both of them. They must be listening. They're playing it
2.5 laps. This is the championship fight as well. These are your 2 rivals at the moment. The gap will extend to 60, maybe 3 or 4, depending on fastest lap. The gap though, will Destructor have DRS?
I'm not entirely sure. He needs to get a pedal on if he wants to get the DRS. It's 9/10 and getting bigger. Grelis really pushing it. It's almost a second. Oh.
The fastest lap at the moment goes to Tierlade, so neither of these drivers in the championship fight will be getting the fastest lap point. Does Destructor have the DRS? He needs it.
He did get it. It was very close indeed. He drained the last of his battery just to stay within the DRS there. That was very, very close indeed. Good racing from Destructor to stay there, but he gave it everything he had. The flashing light is back up.
Did. So, Sid gets another 3 seconds, but I don't think that's going to affect his race too much. Hello? I got a message that I was being connected. Gap to Charlie's dropping. There's 2 laps, but I don't think it's dropping enough.
No, I think Charlie's got this one in the bag with an absolute dominant comeback drive. We said it last week after a killer performance. He did get himself on the podium position, and he's now going to win to take another victory away from Grelis. It's what we want.
Yeah, this is the Charlie we expected at the start of the season in the pre-season races back in February, which feels like a billion years ago, but also last week. I mean, this season's been amazing, especially in EU4, but last lap now, what can Destructo do? Is he going to force himself ahead of Grelis on track just for the message, or is he going to just minimise his own risk, or is he going to maximise his rivals risk. He's burning the ERS, so
Final lap of the race, all to play for, all to lose. Destructo trying to get as close as he can to Grelis going into turn 1. Bit of cut. Oh, he's sliding. That was very close, but did very well to save that McLaren.
Here. Doesn't want to ride the curb here. He's early on the power as well. Desperate in an attempt to stay in the DRS of Grelis. But he's successful, but the gap is 8 tenths. He's got to make 2 warnings on the last lap now.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Grelis
is going to keep this clean and take the points, take the second place, lead Destructo in third. He still finishes ahead and maintains the championship lead with still a very large margin.
No, okay. Ashton Army went off getting laps, so I was just really taken by surprise then.
Yeah, we're lapped up to the point of real Ashton Army, and Charlie is coming around the final corners where the Aston Martin is now about to cross the line, so that will be it on the terms of lapping drivers.
This is it.
Down the final bend. Crossing the line, giving it a dominant drive, winning here in Portimao, Portugal, with Grelis taking P2, Destructo in P3. Wow, what a race indeed. All to play for within the final stint of the race. Sid.
Charlie's been on 2 warnings since lap 19.
Wow, keeping it clean for 14 laps straight. Not a single warning needed to be done to keep the gap ahead of Grelis. He was coming strong within the final stint of the race. Dropped from 6.5 to 3.5 at one point. So 3 seconds off the leader's time. Was a very, very good race indeed. Around with D Summers as he crosses the line. Next is Piney Penguin. Yep. On with Pipe Tech to take the last point position for the Ferraris. Not the best result for the Ferraris, but I'm not entirely sure if they're going to lose second here or not. I don't think they will. And there's Dan to take 11th.
Not great from the Ferraris, both drivers taking away just 1 point from this session. For 2 drivers at 1 point, it's not great. It's half a point each this weekend.
That was a very good race indeed.
It's going to spice up the constructors, hopefully.
He takes some very important points. Takes very important points away from Grelis. Definitely. Destructo scoring points massively needed. If he failed to score points today, his championship hopes are out the window. But I am going to have to not do the interviews tonight, but I will stay on for just a little bit longer as we go over the final order of the grid.
Sweet.
Only because I've had some news tonight that's impacted my life anyway, so I'm going to go celebrate it a bit. But there'll probably be an announcement on that later on in community chat if I feel up for it. But yeah, so I can't do the interviews tonight, but there'll be a reason for it, and you will all find out why in the Discord.
You should definitely get in the Discord to listen to our brothers' news in the community chat after the stream if you want to be in on that. If that's alright plug to make it on you.
Yeah, call it out. If you're not in the league, get in the league. If you want to hear some spicy information, get in the league and hear some spicy information. But that will do it for our finishing order of the day. What a race it has been today, and I've really enjoyed this one. I love Portimao. It always turns out to be a good race.
Yeah. There you go then.
But, yeah. Interesting idea. I'm just screenshotting the order. But thank you for watching Contest Speed. Your next race will be tomorrow, and in a special turn of events, you'll hear my voice tomorrow with Paco, as I am covering in and filling in for Matty as he cannot attend tomorrow. Other than that, it's been an interesting race indeed. Your next race will be tomorrow at 9 PM UK with the EU4 tier. Thank you for watching and good night.